The Palestinians got the internet following the signing of the Oslo Accords 25 years ago. But the access came with Israeli supervision. So what is the internet like in the occupied territories today? This is Internet Apartheid Decoded. The Palestinians were able to gain control over their own telephone network after signing of the Oslo Accords. The internet was introduced in the occupied territories in 1995, but the internet speed was that of a tortoise. Israel allowed cellular operations in the occupied West Bank 14 years after Israeli citizens had access. And the West Bank received 3G internet access 13 years after Israel did. As those of you watching this video will know, the speed of the connection makes a huge difference. So Israel squeezes the internet by placing tight bandwidth restrictions to the occupied territories. So an internet connection might show 3G on a Palestinian phone, but the connection is much slower. This allows Israel to disrupt and/or cut off access when it wants to, a metaphor carried onto Palestinian protesters in the crosshairs of Israeli snipers. But if it's not just Palestinian body parts in the crosshairs, the Israeli state is simultaneously keeping a close watch on all communication activity in and out of the occupied territories. This massive surveillance capability enables Israel to constantly spy on the Palestinian population. Israeli authorities routinely collaborate with Facebook, Twitter, and others to block Palestinian activists and take down websites with anti-occupation content. And while the tech bandits collude with the Israeli government, more than 5,500 Palestinians have been tried under Israeli military law for incitement on social media sites. As a result, young Palestinians are hesitant to share political opinions and self-censor online. On the other hand, the IDF has been growing online since launching a YouTube channel in 2008 to justify Israel's military campaign in the Gaza Strip. Since then, hundreds of pro-Israel accounts have sprang up online. Israel is now set to command more than 15,000 trolls across the world. Their aim, well, to promote Israel's point of view and to combat BDS, the Movement for Palestinian Rights. A popular tactic has been to target human rights activists placed on anti-Israel blacklists. The trolls attempt to discredit individuals on these blacklists through doxing and other methods. Some activists say Israel gathers personal information through sophisticated spyware. So knowing all the above, it must be hell living with the knowledge that your every move short of a thought is being monitored. Each of your words listened to. In that moment, there is no escape from your occupiers. But this reality isn't necessarily limited to Israeli-occupied territories. Mass surveillance networks are spreading in China, the United States, and elsewhere, all enforcing an internet apartheid to silence critical voices. Tell us what you think. Reach out to me at Ali_Mustafa.